everyone. Hey everyone, can you hear me? It's Tom here. Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me clearly. 1, 2, 5, doesn't matter. Just, whatever. Okay, awesome. Awesome, and we just hit 100, by the way. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey everyone, welcome back to this webinar. So, can you let me know, I don't know how many people here have been on the webinar yesterday and saw what we did. I just want to know how I will present this, webinar. So let me know if you were here yesterday. Let me know, like, 1 if you were, 2 if you weren't. Okay, no, yes. Okay, pretty mixed one. Okay, watch the replay. Won $100. Yeah, Steve, dude, you won $100, and Michael as well. Yeah, I paid out $300 cash yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And yesterday's webinar, just to recap, was really, really, really exciting. Not only Herc and basically everyone built a website live, and we also got some rankings yesterday, which is absolutely insane. I was not expecting that. And when I was speaking with Todd and Herc about doing this event, I had no idea that we were going to see results live on the webinar. And actually, I'm really excited about today because I don't know what happened. I don't know what is going to happen. I'm going to be on this call just as surprised as you are. So I'm really excited about this. Hopefully, we can inspire you and help you get the same results and even better. And that's it. So Todd, the mic is to you right now.
Oh, right on. Thanks, Tom. Caught me off guard there a minute. Hey, guys, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me okay? How do I sound? We had a little pre-sound check earlier, but just wanted to check in with you guys. Cool. Yeah, sounds like I sound pretty good. I mean, everyone can hear me pretty good. All right, so Tom said some of you were here yesterday. Some of you were not. Did anybody watch the replay? Yeah, some of you caught the replay. Okay, that's cool. Right on, right on. All right, well, it is 2:04 right now. 4 minutes in. We're going to get started here in just a few more minutes. I just want to give a couple of, I see the attendees box rolling in here, and I want to make sure everybody gets settled in and gets their GoToWebinar speakers and microphone set up and everybody in place. Tracy, we'll have to get you that link again. We'll put that link out again in a little bit if that had a problem. I was just testing it earlier, so it seemed to be working okay. So we'll get that to you. Right on. Where's everybody from? We have anybody in strange parts of the world? London is not strange. San Jose, Texas. I'm in Texas. South Africa, pretty cool. Always get a South African. Australia, yes, sir. Get a lot of.
Anybody from Edmonton on the call? Edmonton, Alberta.
There's some Canada, Toronto, BC, India, Belgium, Norway, Nigeria. Cool. Don't see that very often. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I know where that's at. Not too far from me. Delaware. Very strange Canucks. New Zealand, Georgia, Jessica, Ohio, Florida, Malaysia.
Jessica Jones is close to Edmonton. Where are you at, Jessica? See some Vancouvers. There's some Canadians on here for sure. Too cold to be in Edmonton Harbor.
Russia, Germany. Wow, all over the world. That is probably the most diverse global population I think I've ever seen. I always like to ask that question before I start a webinar. Just to get an idea, and that was definitely the most diverse crowd I think I've ever seen. Wow, that is incredible. Very cool, very cool. And I know some of you are up late. Some of the guys on our team are up late as well. Well, not too late. I guess it's around late evening over there in the UK and the Netherlands. A couple of guys I'm going to introduce you to in a minute are from there. Daryl, we'll get to that. Don't worry. It's coming. All right, so it's 2:07 now. I guess I'll start chit-chatting about some of the things that we did yesterday and some of the things that we're going to do today. And for those of you that were on the call yesterday, you saw us take a site that we had just registered, Herc in particular, yesterday afternoon, morning, and yesterday afternoon we set it up on WordPress, set it up on a hosting environment, and installed a plugin called SERPtech, and inputted some values and built it. And that took us all of about 30 minutes. And then normally we tend to wait about 24 hours before we start checking the rankings and seeing how it's doing and whatnot. But while I was talking there at the end, Herc took a sneak peek, and lo and behold, we already had over 100 pages indexed, and a couple of really good rankings. There were a couple that were already sprouting up, so we had real good feelings about that site, and we're going to get into all of that in just a minute. You know, I don't think you could say we failed. You know, right out of the gate there. I think we got away with some pretty cool rankings, some pretty good indexing within around 8 to 10 minutes after the site was built and the indexer was pushed out there. So that was really interesting. But here in the beginning, Herc's going to reveal actually what's happened over the last 24 hours with that site, and we'll see how it goes. We'll let Herc tell you all about that. And then later on in the call, I know a lot of people were asking things about, okay, you know, if these sites rank, then how do you make money with them? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do this? Well, we're going to go over all of those ways to monetize or make money with these sites and with this piece of software called Local Supremacy. And Local Supremacy has been in development over the last couple of years as well. Just mind you, the softwares that we're going to be demonstrating and used yesterday and today, you know, weren't contrived last month or last week. They've actually been in development for a couple of years or more, and been in use and have users and all of that kind of stuff. So it's not anything that we just got started. I just want you to know that. So we're going to get all into Local Supremacy. We're going to bring Stephen on and let him talk to you. So without further ado, let me start doing the introductions and make sure everyone has good sound over there. Let me start off with Jason. Jason's over in the UK right now. Jason, can you say hello? Just give me a little sound check there, make sure everybody can hear you.
How you doing, guys? You okay?
Right on, right on. Jason, sounds good, nice and clear. Jason's going to be kind of over with me off in the chat box there, answering most of your questions. Steve will be in there as well some of the time. And Jason's the developer of SERPtech, in case you don't remember from yesterday. He's the main man behind that piece of software, so he's going to answer any questions that you have pertaining to that over in the chat box. Also, we have on the call. Now, he was not with us yesterday because he had a prior engagement, but we didn't need him yesterday anyway. We needed to make sure he was here today. So here he is, Mr. Steven Vanderpyle. Steven, can you say hello?
Hello, hello, everybody. Are you guys excited to see some results?
Yeah, sounding good. Steven is over in the Netherlands, and he's our world traveler of the group. He's actually flying out in a couple of days to meet up with Herc and I, which ought to be fun.
Hell yeah.
Steven's buying all the drinks. We've already decided. 2-1, and you lost. The vote was in. You lost, Steven. So anyway, so that's Steven's voice, and Steven is going to be definitely chiming in quite a bit on this webinar as we go over Local Supremacy and the monetization of these websites. All right, the last but not least, Mr. Herc Magnus. Mr. Herc, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Hey,
Right
how's it going, everybody?
Yeah, that's Herc. You heard him chiming in earlier. That's Herc. If you didn't remember his voice from yesterday, Herc is the guy who demonstrated the build yesterday, and is going to be doing a lot of the demonstration today about Local Supremacy, and he's going to get into the results. We're going to find out if we succeeded or failed with the build from yesterday. So it has been approximately 23 hours and 40 minutes since that site went live on the internet. So without further ado, Herc, what do you say? What can you show us about that site?
All right. So let me pull this box down. and we'll get right into it really fast. So like Todd said, we built the site yesterday, guys. We did show you a little bit of what it had done. We got results literally in 30 minutes. But what I went ahead and did is, here's just once again, for those who missed the first webinar, the site we built was eventshoots.pro, kind of a brandable domain. It was 88 cents. An 88-cent domain on namecheap.com. This was the order summary of the domain, $1.06 in total with ICANN fees. Built that domain out and saw a couple rankings, but what I did is I grabbed 900 keywords, basically different variations. We showed you the keywords we were targeting. We were basically going after photography, so like wedding photography, band photography, bar mitzvah photography, corporate photography, baby photography. And then I live in Edmonton, Alberta. It's a city of about 1 million people, but there's a whole bunch of cities around it as well, like Sherwood Park, Stony Plain. There's a bunch of other areas. So we blanketed it. We blanketed the entire city, and I took 900 keywords for this site, okay? And you can see right here, 910 keywords we are tracking on this site. And here's the results, guys. 202 #1 rankings. 94 in the top 3, 245 in the top 10. So 202, 245, that's 447 plus another 95. That's over 500 keywords that we blanketed all over Edmonton for all the suburbs, all the cities surrounding it. 500 keywords, guys, in 24 hours. On the top 10 of Google. Oh, and that's just the keywords we're tracking. I only grabbed the keywords we're tracking. Okay, so that's over half the keywords that this software built pages for are ranking on the first page of Google. All right?
That's insane.
Insanity, absolute insanity. Now, guys, one thing I want to mention here, okay, is yes, it's a brand new site. Okay, what other option are you ever going to have that's going to get you out of the gate that fast with a website? There's just nothing else out there that exists that's going to give you 500 page 1 rankings for killer keywords that fast. 24 hours. It's been less than 24 hours. Okay. Band photography. Edmonton's a big band place. There's a lot of music in there. Stony Plain is one of the big cities outside of Edmonton. You can see band photography at eventshoots.pro is #1, #2, and #3. Pretty awesome. In Sherwood Park, they have a nice bar there called Caffrey's. I'm sure some of you Edmonton people might know about it. But band photography in Sherwood Park, Event Shoots is #1 and #2. Spruce Grove is on the other side of the city. It's a big one. We didn't hit #1, but that's okay. We are right here, #9 and #10 in Spruce Grove. St. Albert, another northwest city up in Edmonton, 2.4 million results. Here we are on the first page. Nisku, actually Nisku is probably a bad example because that's a real industrial city, but we're still there. Event Shoots right here. Okay, we're #1, #2. Stony Plain band photography, #1, #2, #3. Okay, do I have examples, Stuart? These are the examples I think that I'm showing right now. Think about this, guys. Do you think a band photographer would want to rent this site? You know, even if you charged them $250 a month, do you think you could sell this to a band? This is just a band photographer, okay? We're ranking for other shit too. Okay, that's bar mitzvah photography, Delwood, Lansdowne, bar mitzvah family photographers, corporate, event. We're ranking for all 500 keywords, all related to photography. You could easily turn around and rent this site to a client. Easily in Edmonton. Okay, there's tons of photographers that would like this site. So those are the results that we got, guys. Absolutely huge results. Over half the keywords that we're targeting are ranked on the page 1. And now, of course, the big question is, what do we do with it? How do we sell it? You know what I mean? Because when we kind of talked about it, if someone came along and saw the site, maybe they wouldn't be so happy with it and they wouldn't want to rent it. But that is what this webinar is about. This is about how to take this site and make it sellable, how to present it, and even a little bit of how to sell these things to other people. So this is where local supremacy software comes in. That was the software developed by Steven. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over four different ways that this software that we're going to show you today can be used to monetize the rankings that you guys get, okay? So it's going to start like this. We're going to start with a question. How many people out there, okay, if you had these rankings and you wanted to sell this site, give me a 1 if you don't like contacting people. You don't want to pick up the phone. You don't really like sending emails. You're not really confident in your sales process. Any reason that you just don't want to be a salesperson, but you have something to sell. Give me a 1 if that's you. Yeah, cold calling, warm calling, even email calling. I'm seeing a ton of 1s, guys, and that's probably the biggest bulk of people. Okay, most people, even if you have something to sell, aren't comfortable in the sales process of selling it. Okay, that's what we're going to show you first. We're going to show you how to make the sales come to you. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up local supremacy. So this is the site eventshoots.pro that we got those 500 first page rankings on. And then what we do is we install this little plugin called local supremacy, and we just enter our local supremacy username and key, and it integrates our site with the actual software, which is over here now. Okay, so this is local supremacy software. And we're going to do number 1. We're going to be lazy salespeople, and we're going to have people come to us. And let me show you how this is going to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an asset. Okay, now what an asset is in local supremacy is simply it's a package that you're going to sell to someone. Now what goes in that package is up to you. It can be an entire site. It can be certain pages of a site. It can be multiple sites. It can be certain pages of one site, certain pages of another site. It's completely up to you, but that is what an asset is. An asset is a package that you're going to sell to someone else. So we're going to create a new asset, okay, for the site that we built, because now we have something to sell. So we're going to pick a name for our asset, and we're just going to name it eventshoots.pro. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a URL, and don't worry about my what I'm doing here. We'll explain this later. Whoops. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay. Sorry, let me get this right. Steven, star comma, right? Let's get those backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to add this asset, and don't worry about this little bit at the end, guys. I'll explain what that is in a bit. But I'm going to add that asset, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose overlay page, okay? And then what I'm going to do is go to funnel, and then I'm going to create this, and I'm going to do a pop-up ad, and I'm going to create this funnel. Okay, now I'm going to select an ad, and what I'm going to do is create a new ad, and I'm going to edit this one, and I'm going to it loads up this nice little editor with a bunch of templates that you can use. So what I'm going to load up is called a mini trial pop-up. Okay, and I'm just going to grab this one over here. You got a whole bunch of templates you can choose from, and I'm just going to drag it over here. Okay, and it now says this website is for rent. This high-ranking website can be yours, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit publish. Okay, so your Rent Me ad is now successfully published. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is explain a scenario to you now. So I'm going to go over to Google. If you're a photographer, if you're a wedding photographer, a band photographer, or whatever, and you're in Edmonton, it's probably pretty likely that you're also wanting to rank in Google. It's probably pretty likely that you want to know where you rank in Google. So you do searches for your site. So maybe you're in Sherwood Park, band photographer. Okay, you'll search your shit because you want to know where you're ranking, right? And when you go search your shit, you're going to see like, oh my God, look at this Event Shoots Pro guy. He wasn't there yesterday, but now he's #1 and #2. What's going on there? Okay, maybe it's this Revolution DJ guy. Actually, this is hilarious. This is the DJ for my wedding that's coming up. So anyways, he sees these two and he's like, I'm very interested in why this guy all of a sudden is ranking and why he's dominating all over the place. Everywhere I look in Edmonton, he's there. So he clicks on it, and here's what happens. Okay, he clicks on your site and it says this website is for rent. It could be yours. So let's say, you know, his name was DJ and his email was dj@revolution.com. Bitcoin.com and his phone number because he's interested in seeing what's going on here, 9888, whatever, doesn't matter, 5555. And then let's say his website was HTTP. Let's actually go back and grab that website. I should have grabbed that. I think I did. Yeah, Revolution DJ, I did. So he fills in his URL, okay, revolutiondj.com, and he says, yeah, I want to see how this works. What's going on? He's curious, right? Show me how it works. So he fills in his info. He clicks show me how it works. He realizes that Bitcoin's on a new all-time high down here. I love Bitcoin. And here's what happens. Notice the domain up here, guys, is eventshoots.pro. And then now what we've done is we've overlaid his site with a nice little timer for 5 minutes saying, hey, that looks pretty good, doesn't it, Mr. Revolution DJ? We just knocked you out of the first place, and now we're overlaying your site. We're showing you what we can do for you. Yeah, I'm into Bitcoin. Sorry about that. I have my Bitcoin notifications popping up. So what happens, guys, is remember, this is for the lazy person. You just ranked all over your city or all over your state or whatever you built, okay? There's a bunch of different ways you can build. And then you go hang a for rent sign on your site so that when your competition is doing their own research of where they're ranking or where their competition is ranking, you're dominating. They're seeing that you're dominating. They're interested. They fill out the info and they see, oh my God, my site's now showing up on top of that, right? And then they might even be like, this can't be for real. They'll go back to Google, okay, and they'll do that search again, Sherwood Park band photographer. Okay, and they'll click on it again, and oh my God, it's for real. My site is showing up now, #1 and #2 in Google. Well, it's not really my site, but you know, he's thinking it's not my site, but it is my site that shows up, right? You're selling without even selling. You're not even doing anything. You've laid a bunch of bait, right, for these people. So now what this guy can do is you can see where it says click here to get all the details. In the back end of Local Supremacy, your software, what you can do, guys, is you can set this to go to a sales page that explains all the details. You could set your price for how much you want to rent the site out for. You could have this button go straight to a PayPal page so that they can like just rent the site right off you, and you know what I mean? There's a bunch of options that you can do there, but this is the lazy way, guys, for people that don't like selling to sell. Because what you've already done is you've established yourself as a pro in the market by dominating the entire city or dominating the cities all over the state or whatever the case may be. You're dominating, and then you're just hanging the bait out there. You're hanging the carrot. You're saying, look, the results are already there. There's no, you know, wait for 6 months to rank. The result is already there. Do you want to rent it or not, right? Super awesome way. So that's and there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Okay, as you're building out sites, okay, and you're building out more and more of these because they only take like 30 minutes to build, and you're knocking down every city in your country or every state or whatever, and you're just building. We have a guy that has over 100 sites built already, and he's kicking ass. He owns his own CBD products, like medicinal marijuana and CBD oil products. He's built 90 sites, and he's sending all the leads to his customers, and he's selling like mad. But what you can do here, guys, with all your sites is you can go into the leads tab and look at your leads, okay, and look at what happens. There's DJ Revolution. If this guy had filled out the form to request more information, you find out when he filled out the form, where he found the form, what his website is, what his contact information is. He's a hot lead, guys, and as uncomfortable as if he doesn't rent the site on his own, okay, if he doesn't go and click the PayPal button and just rent the site based on the mini trial that he saw, he's such a hot lead that you can just send him a nice email now and just be like, hey, I noticed you took the trial. Is there anything that I can help with, or you know what I mean? You could just do anything like that. You could just follow up in a very, very light, non-confrontational, non-salesy way now, and it's just takes all the stress out of the sales process for you, right? So that's method one, guys. That's for lazy kind of, I don't really like selling, okay? So now we're going to do method two. Give me a 2 if you guys are okay with selling. If you know how to sell, you know how to contact and prospect, and you have something good to sell, like a badass ranking, and you're okay with being a little more aggressive in your sales. Yeah, nice, Daryl. Hell yeah, right? Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to cover now. Number 2 of 4. We're going to cover being a little more aggressive. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my assets, and I'm going to switch my sales methodology here, okay? I'm going to switch from being lazy to being a little more aggressive. So we're going to go back into event shoots. Whoopsie. And we're going to delete this. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google, and we're going to type in, we'll type that same term in, Sherwood Park band photographer. Okay, and we're doing our own research, and we're looking at who are the band photographers showing up in Sherwood Park. Well, Missing Piece Photography Studio, okay, for instance, is one. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab their site, and you can go to page 2 to do this. You can go to page 3. There's all kinds of leads here, Ashley Champagne and BMP Photography, and there's all these companies that are doing, look at this guy, they do weddings and photo booths and portraits, and they do all kinds of stuff. So you're going to be aggressive with this guy. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab his URL, and you're going to set this up a little bit differently this time. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to create, let me go back, let me make sure I'm in my right asset here. All assets, yep, and event shoots.pro. Okay, what you're going to do is create a new page. We're going to use the same URL. What was my, sorry, one sec, guys. Event shoots. I just need that URL again. Star comma. Why do I always forget?
Well, no, you're doing it right, man.
Okay, I always forget though. Okay, so we're going to set it up kind of the same, guys, but this time we're going to leave it as an overlay page, and we're going to go to the Rent Me funnel, okay, and we're going to select that URL that we just created, star, and we're going to overlay, and we're going to click Create Funnel. All right, then we're going to go back to our, we're going to go grab that person that we're targeting. Okay, so this Missing Pieces Studio, we're going to target this person. So we're going to overlay their site on our site. Boom, save. Done. Okay, so now you'll see, okay, here's Missing Pieces Studio, but I'm not going to click on that. I'm going to click on ours, and I might have to refresh my browser. So I'm refreshing my browser right now because this was the old guy. That was method 1. Now method 2, notice the domain, guys, eventshoots.pro, Sherwood Park. Okay, this is our site. We own this site, but we've taken this Missing Piece Photography site and overlaid it on top. Okay, so now what you can do is go find the contact info of this person, whoever owns this company, and say, listen, I want to show you the rankings that I have for photography and band photography, for any type of photography in Edmonton. I have a site, okay, and I'm ranking really well. Here's, you know, that the rankings that I showed you guys earlier, the 500 rankings. You send that to them. You say, listen, we're doing really, really well. Would you be interested in checking it out? And when they do, they come and click on your link and they see their site. Right? How impressive is that? Number one, you're showing these guys that you already have the results in a big way. I am literally dominating the entire city of Edmonton and all the surrounding areas, not for a single keyword, for hundreds, for a bunch of keywords. I already have results like you've never seen before, okay, as a photographer, and all these SEO companies that are calling you saying all these SEO companies that are calling you every day saying, give me $500 a month and 3 to 6 months from now, we'll do some amazing shit for you. You're going the opposite direction. You're the only one that's standing in the field saying, listen, I've already put you on the first page for hundreds of keywords, and if you don't believe me, go look. Go search band photography Sherwood Park and click on the link and you'll see your site. So now what that's called, guys, is, yeah, it's not my video being funky, it's just that's her site. That's what it looks like. So what you've just done here, guys, is you've done what's called a unique selling position, a USP, okay, with this person. Remember, if you want to sell something, you have to stand out, okay? And most people right now are doing things like spamming they're going to these sites and they're finding the contact pages and they're spamming them and they're doing all kinds of shit. They're contacting them, they're phoning them, and they're all promising a result later on. They're all selling SEO services that are going to take a while. Whereas all of a sudden here you come along and you say, no, listen, everything's already done. Okay, the job's already, I actually did the work first for you before I contacted you because I'm serious and I want you to know I'm serious. The work's already done. And not only that, not only are we ranking for 500 keywords related to photography in your city, we've actually already put your site on the first page. We went ahead and just put your site on the first page. That person's mind is going to be blown, right? Because nobody's selling like that. Nobody's coming through and saying, look, everything's already done. I'm not trying to sell you a promise. I'm showing you a result. And that's a USP. That's a unique selling proposition. Okay, and that's good for anyone who's okay with contacting people. Even if you aren't okay with contacting people, emails are kind of easy, and you could just send an email to them and just say, hey, you know, let me show you that I put your site #1 on Google. Whereas I've already done it, instead of I'll do it later, right? Give me a one if you guys get where I'm at. Let me just take a little poll here before I go on to number 3. Okay, cool. Wow. So yeah, there you guys. We have two ways you can sell. The lazy person, you just hang the for rent sign, just like we do in our neighborhood. You drive around the neighborhood, you see for rent signs, and if you're interested, you take it. We've done that digitally. Number 2, you're a good salesman. You're a confident salesman, and you have a unique selling angle. You have a unique selling position. So you go to this person and you say, I've already done all the work. I've already put you on first page. You're already there. If you're interested in renting the site, go ahead and rent the site. Okay, then you just set up the billing and bill them. Number 3, guys, is something called skinning. Now, this is pretty cool. Let me get back to my site. Okay, here's event. Actually, I have to take that one off. Let me go take that off for a second. Eventshoots.pro. Okay, we're going to delete that again, and just make sure our website is back to our normal eventshoots.pro blog. There we go. Okay, now let's assume one of 2 things here. Okay, for this third thing that local supremacy can do. Let's assume that this site is either a site that you own, like a landing page. Okay, it could be something that you've actually built for photographer, lead gen, or whatever, or it's a client site that you work with. Okay. And one of the things you want to do when you're working with clients or you're working with landing pages is sometimes you want to rent it out to someone, or sometimes you want to test conversion elements. Sometimes you have a client that you're working with and they're saying, hey man, you know, you're not doing your job because nobody's phoning my phone number on my site. And you're looking at their site and you're thinking, yeah, but dude, your site is so damn ugly. Your conversion is shit. And it just happens. Some people think they have a beautiful website and they don't. So you can set out to prove it to them. So let me show you what we can do. This is called skinning technology, okay? And this is absolutely killer. You do have to own the site in order to skin. So what we're going to do once again is we're going to put our URL back in, okay? And then what we're going to do in the funnel this time is we're going to select the URL, but this time we're going to create overlay, and then I still get sometimes audit out on this one. Did I miss the step, Stephen?
Sorry, what? I was answering questions.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just setting up for the skin here, and I think I missed the step. Overlay.
Yeah, you're setting to overlay. Oh,
okay. So
you can skin a wildcard page, mate. You need a.
Oh, that's what. Okay, let me reset that up. Sorry. Thanks, Stephen.
No worries.
You guys will be happy to know that Stephen is the one supporting and answering all the highly technical questions for this software. Okay, there we go. We'll just do eventshoots.pro. There we go. All right, there we go. So now what we're going to do, guys, is now we have a new drop-down option here called Page Editor. Okay, so we're going to use that one, and we're going to go to the Rent Me funnel. We'll select the URL, and we'll use skin. See where it says skin here? This is number 3 of 4 that we're talking about. I'm going to create the funnel. All right, and we're going to name our skin EB, what was it called? Event Shoots. Okay, and now we're going to edit our skin. Now, I'm going to switch back and forth between tabs here, guys, because I want you to pay attention to what's happening. Okay, here's the actual site. Okay, it's ebshoots.pro. Okay, this is actually the site. This is, we're working in local supremacy, and you're seeing this little orange box coming up. Okay, so what we can do is, if this was, say, a landing page that we owned or a client, let's talk about if it was a client we worked with and they're like, my site's not converting, but they're one of your clients, and you're like, well, I think it's because your conversion elements suck, like you know what I mean, for whatever reason. Here's what you can do. You load the page. Yeah.
Yeah, just sorry to interrupt, but you're logged in.
Over here?
Yes. Yeah, you need to log out your WordPress website.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Yes, I want to log out.
Yeah, you've got to reload the skin editor as well. Just hit F5.
Done.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so remember, let me back up a little bit. Sorry about that. Here's the real site. Okay, here's local supremacy. So we're saying to this person, okay, listen, we think some of your conversion elements are kind of shitty. Maybe you should be adding a phone number. So what we're going to do is edit this. We're going to say your phone number is 780, because that's Edmonton, 555-1234. Okay, and then pro photography for any event, and we're going to say including weddings and bands and all kinds of great stuff. Okay, and I'm not going to go through too much of this, guys. I'm just making a couple changes just to show you what's possible. Maybe you don't like the word home. We're going to change that to, you know, best, I'm just doing this quick, best event photographer award winning. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm not actually trying to do this. I'm just trying to show the example. But literally, guys, anywhere where this little orange box is showing up, you can start editing things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. All right, now here's the site. Here's the actual site. Okay, now I'm going to go actually reload the site. And this is what's so cool about this. Here's the site before I did the skin editing. Here's the actual HTML of the site. I've reloaded the site and look what happened. Okay. So this is called skin editing, guys. This allows you to edit elements of a site or a client site or a landing page or something that you have control over and do whatever you want with it. You can control, like for instance, I could rent this out to another client, change all the info to that new client, and then if I lose that client, fine. I'll just go in, skin edit, and change it over and send it all over to somewhere else. I can put a new call tracking number. I can put a new logo. I can put new headers. I can anything you want. That's called skinning. Okay. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, Stephen. The skin doesn't need to be WordPress either, does it? You can skin non-WordPress sites.
Local supremacy, any functionality of local supremacy, so either the overlays or the skinning technology, does not need WordPress at all. It can be any website, basically, any platform, as long as you can install a small tag like Google Analytics tag in the header of the website.
All right, guys, that was number 3. That was skinning. And one of the cool things about skinning is I'm pretty damn sure I don't know of another overlay software that, okay, we showed you number 1, the lazy way. We showed you number 2, the more aggressive way. We showed you number 3, the skinning. I think we're the only one out there that can do the skinning. Stephen, you know of another one? You're the guy that developed this, but I mean, you know this technology better than anyone. Does anyone else in this space do it?
No, I've done a lot of research, and there's just nobody that does this. This technology is based on, well, I can kind of, for anybody that's interested in that kind of stuff, it's based on split testing engine technology. So if you would have a look at very advanced tools like Optimizely or VWO.com, it's based on the exact same technology and the same quality standards as well. And there's nobody in this space using it in this particular way for sure.
Yeah, and combined, it's not the only feature. Remember that, guys. So some people are saying there's other things that do something similar. Remember, this is just one feature, right? Of this one software. We showed you another software yesterday. This is another one feature of a second software. I saw a great question here that I just want to cover. He's saying, why would you skin instead of just editing the page? The reason why, Dave, let's say you worked with a client. Some clients are real hard to work with. They don't want you editing their site. They don't want you touching the back end. Sometimes they put you through a web developer, and the web developer is a real pain in the butt, and he doesn't want you touching anything because he's so proud of himself. You know what I mean? So you can be like, look, that's fine. I totally understand where you're coming from, but I truly believe I can help your business, but I won't touch your site. Just install this code onto your site. It won't affect anything, and then I can actually show you that we can do better without touching your site. Once you prove to him that you're converting better, because that's what you do, that's your job, then he's probably going to open up to you, and then you can go and change your site. But the skinning is an option. It's kind of like an in-between, and it helps you to like prove something without making permanent changes to the actual site. Okay, so it's just like a really, really nice option. So I'm going to move forward. I see, guys, there's tons of questions. This is crazy. We're going to just keep moving forward. So the fourth thing that I want to show you, I'm actually going to let Steven demo it. And what that's going to give you the ability to do is rent out. Well, actually, let me ask a question. Does anybody do any local stuff with videos or any affiliate stuff with YouTube videos? Do you rank videos in Google? Yeah, Charles does. Okay, I do too. Like if you go Guitar Tricks review, I'm ranking really, really well for Guitar Tricks. I get on there and play guitar. Okay, so local supremacy, another feature of it is that it will allow you to actually rent out your YouTube videos. So I'm going to, Steven, do you want the screen for this one? I'll let you demo that.
Yeah, sure, throw it my way.
Sure, sure, sure. Here we go. Okay, guys, I'm passing the screen over to Steven.
All right. All right, can you guys see my screen right now? Just give me a quick one in the chat box. All right, thank you very much. All right, everybody can see it. Great, great, great. So here you can see just the overview of all my assets. And as you can see here, I have a few YouTube assets already loaded up, sorry. And so let's just, well, let me first go over here. So adding your YouTube video is really easy. You can choose multiple of your channels, as many as you like. There's no limit on that. And you, of course, like a new channel or YouTube account, you just paste in the URL and then add video. It sends you to YouTube for the access, so that you authorize it, and then it sends you back, and then basically you get it over here inside of your assets. So when you edit a video asset, there's a few options you can set on and off. First of all, here we have the render can edit the video description. That's the main one. I'll get into that a little bit in a bit, but we recommend you using that. You can choose that the render can add video tags, only add, not edit. It's not of huge value to any person renting your video, so I would say just let it off. But you know, it's an option. You can do it if you want. Then there's the captioning tool, which has something very special, which I'll go over in a minute as well. And then the last one is here, your render can edit the video title. And if you know anything about YouTube rankings, you know the title is really, really important. Even more important than just a website title, for example. So if you allow your renter to edit your video titles, it can tank your ranking. So that's why it says not recommended, but you know, still, if you want to give that option to your renters, you can turn that on as well. So when you turn on the video description, you get kind of this small box over here in the bottom, and then when you click the video description settings, the system has pulled in the video description of the particular video you loaded up. So as you can see, there's some text here, and what you can do in this particular section is you select the text that your renters can edit. So this is super powerful. So you can get really specific, because if you let your renters edit the whole description, then again, they can tank your ranking. So you have to be very protective of what can be changed and what can't be changed. So all you need to do is just select a little bit of text. So like, for example, this first part here, it turns green, and then you just hit Save Changes. And then when the renter is renting your video, he's only going to be able to edit this green part over here. So what I would recommend normally doing is put your own URL in there, like in the first 2 lines, because the first 2 lines are always the lines that show up standard when somebody watches a video. And then just select that URL, and they can only edit that particular URL out for when they're renting it, for example. And maybe further down in the description, you can make a call to action editable as well. So that's kind of how the video description renting out works. And then we also have the caption tools settings. For those of you in the know, the captioning is actually a super important part of your ranking on YouTube videos. And it's often forgotten as well. So it's always really important to make sure your captioning is on point, because especially like YouTube has pretty good system like doing the captioning automatically, but often just exactly the keywords you want to rank for are those words that are misspelled by the, I think it's actually an artificial intelligence doing that. And so you always need to check that and make sure that it works. So YouTube has their own tool to do this, and it's very good. So I'm not going to pretend to sit here that our captioning tool is so kick-ass. You should use this one instead of the YouTube one. The YouTube one I think is still a little bit better because, of course, they've created it and they have all access to their system. But you can edit it over here and just sync it with YouTube. There's like the start block and the end block, end time and start time for a captioning block, and you can just scroll through it for some easy overview. But the special thing over here is this little button here. So it's red right now, and that means it's locked. But what you can do is just click it, and that means it's unlocked. So that means your renter of this video can go inside of the software and edit this particular block right here. So any block that's set to unlocked is editable by your renter. What that means is that your renter can add like a call to action for his business inside of your captioning. Obviously, this only shows for people who have captioning turned on YouTube. Like a year ago, we had a little trick. We could force captioning to be always on, but that doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. But still, it's very powerful to create an extra call to action for your renters inside the video they are renting from you. And what else do we have here? We have the funnel as well, of course. The funnel is simplified a little bit because obviously it's YouTube, so we cannot go and show a pop-up on the YouTube website or something like that. That would be really cool, but unfortunately that's impossible. So what we're doing instead is we're using the first 2 lines of a video as kind of as prime real estate. So all right, let me quickly, this is already set actually. So in this example, you already see that it's activated because the funnel is already set up here. And what it does is it just basically says in the first line, rent this video, more info, click here. And this URL here is automatically generated by our system. And that one goes to a sales page as this one. And this is a sales page you can create in our drop and drag and drop editor that Herc showed a little bit earlier as well. So you can create rent me pop-ups, but also pages like this. And then when they click here, they just go to PayPal to rent your video and get started with it. So that's basically that. Yeah, back to you, Herc.
Awesome, man. Thanks. One more thing I want you to show them real quick before we move on is one thing we didn't really mention yet, guys, as well, and I'll let Steven show you quite quickly, is that not only does this thing do those 4 things we just showed you. Number 1, it'll be the lazy kind of sales tool for you, hang the for rent side. Number 2, you can completely overlay someone else's site as a more aggressive salesperson, then target them. Number 3, you could do the skinning technology for conversion elements. Number 4, rent the YouTube videos. Not only does it do those 4 things, one other big thing it really does really well is actually manages your clients for you. So anybody that starts renting your assets off you guys, it will manage everything for you. It'll auto rebill for you. It'll handle all the billing. It'll handle all the refunds. It'll handle all the auto bills. It'll cancel the sites if they skip their billing. It does all that for you. So all the lease contracts and stuff. So it is also a client management system as well on the back end. We didn't cover it in detail. Steven, I don't know if you want to say too much. He's kind of demoing it as I'm saying it, but it's great, guys. It's a full solution. Okay, we're not selling toys here, guys. We're selling real business solutions, right? It covers every end of the like the renter will have his side, you'll have your side. We cover the leads. I believe there's even a huge update coming eventually to include pay per lead. Do you want to say a little bit about that, Stephen?
Yeah, of course. So, well, first of all, I want to mention one other thing because I saw that question pop up quite a bit in the beginning. People were asking like, but is this overlaying or skinning not gonna tank our rankings? Is Google okay with this? Well, Google is not okay with any SEO. SEO is just against their terms of service. But what we've done is we've created a system that is completely invisible to Google. And I'm not going to get into the technical details very far, but there's nobody who can even get close to what we're doing to make sure Google is not seeing any of these changes. And that even includes like if somebody in the Google office in California would go up and visit your website that had an overlay set up, they would not see that overlay. And of course, maybe you're thinking like, well, yeah, you're just talking and I want to see that for myself. Well, inside of the training area, there is a video. I won't show it you right now, but you can check it out for yourself. That we're actually using Google Webmaster Tools, and then there's a function in there that says go fetch as Google, so you can actually render the website as Google sees it. And we show that to you in this particular video, that it is completely invisible to Google. So that's just something I wanted to quickly mention first. And yeah, the pay-per-lead, that's actually an upgrade we are working on. I think actually tomorrow in our training webinar, something we haven't mentioned either yet, every week we're doing training webinars, live training webinars, where all of us are there to answer basically all your questions. And tomorrow, I'm going to give everybody that jumps in a kind of a peek on how software development happens, and in the first stages of planning major new versions, which is pay-per-lead going to be. And I'm going to show the mock-ups, and I want to get as much feedback as possible from all of our users, like how would you want the pay-per-lead functionality to be included. But what we're planning is just pay-per-lead is basically a whole separate business model, and build that inside of the software as well, where you can automatically, instantly deliver the leads you generate via any website.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to grab the screen back.
Sure thing.
But who's ready? Who wants this? Who wants both? Who wants to rank like a boss in like 24 hours? Okay, and impress the shit out of anybody that has SEO, or you can use it for your own business. You can use it, you know, to go rank new sites and set up rentals and recurring passive incomes. You'll have local supremacy to do all the shit that you need to do. Make your life easier as a salesperson. You don't have to prove yourself anymore with results like this, guys. One thing I'll tell you is I came up through SEO as a client SEO first. Okay, where I was telling, when I first started, it was like, look, let me do it for free, please, just so I can get a portfolio. And then eventually it would be like, hey, let me do it for $250. And then you kind of build up and grow your portfolio. Trust me, when people are asking you for a portfolio, guys, you don't need to show one if you say, I've already ranked your site and it's already there, the results. All they're looking for is results. They're looking for a nice, warm, comfy feeling that you can get them results. But with this, you eliminate that. No one will ever ask you for a portfolio again. You say, look, hey, let me just rank you. I'll call you in 24 hours. It'll be done. It'll be a done deal. And that is eliminated. So it works. So what we're going to do, oh boy, here we go. Who's ready for the price? Everybody's ready for the price. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to show you a way to get this nice and affordably so that you can get out there and start making money right away. Let me grab the screen, okay? I forgot to do that. Woo! Okay, here we go. Can you guys see me again? I'm going to go over to Facebook. I want you guys to be like these guys, okay? These guys were all in their first 30 days. Chris Morris, set up SERPtech domain. installed it. He made an affiliate commission because, yes, you can use this to target affiliate style keywords. It's not much on commissions. It's only $20 a month recurring commission, but he's done it. I know he's got his second and his third sale already. I want you to be like Chris Peters, who has his own business, and he used SERPtech to build a site for his own business and got a job for 120 bucks, and now he's taking time off to build more sites so that he can build his own business. Okay, I want you guys to be like him. I want you to be like Jeremiah, okay, who got out there and built sites, and he was one of those a little more aggressive. He called up one of his current clients. He said, I want you to see what I've done, okay? And he got told he's got, that site just got rented for $1,000 per month. He said, duh. And he's also going to rent an additional, every city that Jeremiah can do this for him, he's going to give him an additional $95 to $9.95 per month, depending on the size of the city. Okay, so he's more of an aggressive type. I want you to be like Olivier. I want you to build sites. And he went out there and ranked them, and he's selling his site between 1.8 to 2K per month. Per month. Okay, I want you to be, these are all, guys, what I'm showing you here is SERPtech income reports from members who have the software in our group that you guys will get into our group in the first 30 days. They went out in the first 30 days. Here's Raphael, closed at $2,500 for the ranking and $500 per month for a contract for a year, also working on 2 other sites. Okay, Rob Gordon, first invoice for his client. We had a contest. He went out and got it first. He's got £1,000 per month contract for a site. Okay, so there you go. That's what I want you guys to be like in your first 30 days. All right, and let's do this. Let's give you guys the buy link, okay, and show you how this is going to work. Can someone drop the buy link into the chat, and then we'll head over to the sales page and show people how they can get this bad boy. And let me know that you're dropping it in the chat, please, guys, because I can't hear you. Nobody's saying anything. You're all on mute. Is anybody there? Jason, Steven, Todd.
Hey, I'm here. What's going on?
Cool. Yes, here's the buy link, guys. Okay, and we're going to give you a rank 100 coupon right away. So it's rankcipher.co. not .com. I've made that mistake. This is the buy link, and it's going to send you to this sales page, guys. And here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to scroll right to the bottom. You're going to get both software packages for $9.97. Okay, and you're going to use that coupon rank 100. Okay, to knock $100 off that $9.97.
That's good for the first 25, though, Herc. You didn't put that down there.
Okay, yes, that rank 100 coupon is for the first 25. Sorry,
yeah, I saw
guys.
about 20 people earlier that said they wanted to get it.
I forgot about that. But guys, one thing I want to mention, okay, it's $9.97 to buy you the 2 softwares, okay? With the coupon, it's $8.97. We do have PayPal credit available. What that's going to allow you to do is get that purchase with no payments, no interest, for 6 months, okay, and that's what's going to buy you the time to go out there and get the jobs, get the sites built, and get the recurring income like those other guys have in the group, okay. After you guys buy the software, you do have to set up a package, okay, and those are going to be either $47 per month or $97 per month, but it's only $1 for the first month. So right now, guys, if you guys use PayPal credit and you choose one of those packages, it's only going to be $1 for 30 days. For the first 30 days, you guys are going to be able to do all this for $1 with PayPal credit. Now, the difference between the $47 a month package and the $97 a month package is the amount of sites you can use SERPtech on and the amount of assets that you can use in local supremacy. With the $47 a month package, it's 250 installs of SERPtech and 250 assets in local supremacy. Remember, an asset is something you're renting out to a client. It doesn't matter what's in it. It can be a single site, it can be multiple sites, it can be partial sites. $47 a month will get you 250. $97 a month, guys, is our big package. It's the 5,000 rentable asset package and 5,000 domains that you're never ever going to run out. You're going to obviously going to be able to keep on building and keep on pushing that stuff out there, okay? We also, if you don't have PayPal credit or can't get it, there's still PayPal. You can go through PayPal only, or you can go through just credit card through Stripe if that's how you prefer. So those are how you choose your options, guys. One other thing as well, you're also going to get to choose one of 3 bonuses, okay? So one of them is an 8-week rank and rent training where Todd and I did 8 weeks of showing how we ranked for a single keyword, which is kind of crazy now because we rank for so many, but it's good SEO knowledge. We talk a lot about PBNs, backlinking, how to get your sites moving up in the rankings, okay? SERPtech's great out of the gate. So there's nothing faster than SERPtech out of the gate to get your sites ranking. But when you guys want to really rank for the bigger cities, the harder keywords, okay, like the, you know, like for instance, band photography in Edmonton is a harder keyword. We're not ranking, I think we're ranking on page 2 or 3 for that one. But just do a little bit of SEO, guys, and you'll get that keyword up there. You'll get higher traffic keywords, you'll get better rankings, but there's nothing better out of the gate than 500 page 1 rankings to impress a client and make you some money back. Then do your job, do your SEO job, use RankCypher, okay? Use the tools you have at your disposal to raise the lower ranking ones onto the page 1 and dominate. So we're gonna teach you that with that bonus. 150 keyword supremacy credits, guys. Obviously, there's gonna be a bit of keyword research involved in building your sites. You have to know which keywords to target, stuff like that. Don't worry, we have full training inside of both SERPtech and Local Supremacy. We also have weekly coaching webinars. There's one actually tomorrow that all members come on live and we talk about everything Local Supremacy and SERPtech, advanced tactics, keyword research tactics, ranking tactics, anything you guys want. We're actually tomorrow going to bring users on and work with actual users on their sites. People that are, anyone that's struggling or anyone that has any questions that they can't answer, we'll bring them on live and do that with them, so that'll be fun. You can get 150 keyword supremacy credits, okay, as a bonus if you'd like, or you can get a 5-site Project Supremacy plugin license. Project Supremacy is our SEO plugin. It is the SEO plugin I used on this site, okay? Like I said, you can use any SEO plugin. The reason we use Project Supremacy is obviously we developed it, we love it, we know it, but furthermore, Project Supremacy has schema built into the plugin, and schema is what is responsible for getting you these nice little star ratings. This is my site, by the way, Spray Foam Insulation Edmonton, ranking #1 for Spray Foam Insulation Edmonton, plus a bunch of other keywords. Star ratings come from something called aggregate rating in schema, and that's in Project Supremacy. So you also get, the point is you get one of these 3 bonuses, guys. Whatever one you feel suits you the most, you'll be able to choose that. Oh.
That was a mouthful.
I know, I talked really fast there, guys, because there's so much, and then I know that people go and...
Yeah.
Can you just cover the payment structure again, please?
So guys,
and also click on the link and show them where to apply that coupon, because I know that people miss that coupon button, and you really need to see it, because once you're in, you're done. Don't miss it.
I'm going to do this, guys, as if we were doing it through PayPal. So the payment structure, once again, it's $9.97 to get you both softwares, guys. You're going to get SERPtech and Local Supremacy. You're going to use this coupon, Rank 100. Okay, you're going to use that to knock this down to $8.97 for both softwares. You're going to use PayPal credit so that you don't have to pay for that with for no payment, no interest for 6 months. And so you click on this button to use PayPal credit, and here's where you insert the coupon. You grab the coupon. It's Rank 100. Okay, so here you do. You put your email in there, and then you click yes, I want to order. And then right here, I don't know why they hide it, have a coupon, you put in Rank 100, and then you click apply. Make sure you click apply, guys, and you'll see the price drops to $8.97. Woo! Welcome in, Daniel. I mean, give me an in if you're already in or you're getting in. I want to see how many people are actually gonna get on with us and join our groups. Awesome, Iman, Daryl, awesome, Drew, thank you. Daryl's awesome.
Hey, and guys, and I know that a few of you might be having trouble with PayPal or your browser, or there's too many people accessing the page at one time. If you're having trouble with it loading, just give it a second. If it's loading, that means you're in the queue. That means the next available thread, you're going to get it. If you hit refresh, all that does is put you at the back of the line and cause more load on the server. So please be a little bit patient with that, and I appreciate it. Rank 100 is the coupon. Make sure you click the Have Coupon button, and after you put in Rank 100, be sure you click Apply which pops up on the right-hand side of that coupon box. Make sure you do those two things in order to get that 100 off. Once you get in without that coupon, there's really nothing we can do about it, okay? Also, support desk, guys, write that down, supremacy.freshdesk.com, okay? So, you know, use that if you're on this webinar right now and you're trying to buy and you're having some sort of issue with trying to get through, either whatever it could be, please just hit our support desk. Let us know that you're, you know, on the verge of trying to get in, you're having a little bit of trouble, and if we run out of coupons, then I'll know that, you know, you were indeed live, you were indeed trying, and we'll do something to make that happen for you. So, supremacy.freshdesk.com. Write that down. You're going to need it. I'm also going to drop that link in your chat box as well, so you can go ahead and click on it and bookmark it. Also, the sales page. Some of you have asked, show me the link, show me the link. There's a link. It's also in your chat box as well.
Who's the guy? Say hello to Daniel from Germany. Hey, Daniel. Welcome in, buddy. He wanted to call out. Welcome in, dude. We'll see you in the group.
Did we cover the foreign language business on SERPtech?
I think we mentioned it at the end of the webinar, but go ahead if you want to.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, because I saw the question come up a lot on this webinar, and I also noticed there's quite a diverse group of people from all over the world on this webinar. SERPtech has the ability to translate. Once you grab all your articles and you import them in, they're all going to come in English. And then Jason has built in a translation feature, which allows you to translate that into your own language. I would suggest you read it a little bit. Make sure it's not too out of whack. I know that language translators that I've used in the past, sometimes they need a little bit of massaging, but overall they're pretty darn good. Using Google Translate usually comes out pretty well. So what you do, rank them in a foreign language, and then of course rent them to other foreign language websites. All right, there are a ton of questions over here, here and there, so we're going to try and pick a few out when we see and answer away. We're trying to do a good job of answering them in private as well, but if it's something that we see that could benefit everyone, we'll read your question out loud and answer it.
Brian's I'll cover again, and we do usually have to cover this a couple times. He's asking about an asset. Is a URL a rentable asset or a site? An asset is whatever you want it to be. So like for instance, we have 5,000 rentable assets. Let's say, for instance, this site, you guys remember we built 93 posts. Do you remember that? Okay. And we have hundreds of rankings because we have hundreds of indexed URLs. Now, an asset can be 10 of those URLs if you'd like it to be. It can be only the stuff in Edmonton, or it can be only the stuff in Sherwood Park, or it can be only the stuff in Nisku. It can also be the entire site. It can also be 2 whole sites. Okay, so an asset is simply something that you're billing out to a client, but what is contained within that asset package is completely up to you. Welcome in, Gary. What keyword phrase to Google for fractal law online can I use stream forests? I'm not quite sure what you mean there, Simon. If you didn't watch the first video and you feel like you missed something, I think you should watch the first video on the replay page, which I'll get to you actually right now. For anyone that missed the first webinar, what we did, guys, is we put our asses completely on the line, and we built this site. We bought the domain yesterday, guys. Okay, first of all, we bought eventshoots.pro yesterday before the webinar, and then we built the site on the webinar, and we ranked it on the webinar, and then today we came back to see how dominant were the rankings, and we were able to rank over 500 keywords on the first page. For all kinds of photographer type keywords in the city of Edmonton and all its surrounding areas. And that was webinar 1, so it's worth watching. It only takes like 30 minutes to use SERPtech to build a single site. So you guys could be literally out there building sites all day long using SERPtech. We have a guy that has over 100 builds. Mark Arthur is his name. He's in the group. He's awesome. He works his balls off, and he's built over 100 sites for his own. He has a CBD business, and he's built all over the country to bring in CBD. Like people are buying like their creams and oils, like hemp oils. I'm not really sure. I know my girlfriend's gonna get some of that stuff, but he's targeting all those keywords and sending all the traffic over to his business, and he's absolutely killing it. And he's our #1 builder, Mark Arthur. He's got 100 sites. It's crazy. Let me put this replay link in here too as well, guys. Okay, this is your buy link, rankcipher.co/SERPtech. Replay link, okay, is SERPtech. Replay Tommy, yes, Yevskov, SERPtech. Okay, we'll actually, Tom's gonna mail you that as well. Yevsikov, is that right, Tom? Yevsikov.
Yep, that is correct. Yevsikov.
Yevsikov. Hitesh Kumar is asking about the Google Sandbox. These pages. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know what the Google Sandbox is, it's some people think it's real, some people think it's not. But the fact that it's so divided means that a lot of people experience brand new sites that just do not rank. They don't get anywhere. They go into this mythological thing called the Sandbox, where Google just kind of leaves them unindexed and unfindable for a period of what, 2 to 6 months sometimes. It's kind of arbitrary. No, we have never seen a sandbox with our sites, Hitesh. Like you saw, this site is ranking. It took us 30 minutes to build it. It was ranking 8 minutes after we built it. 8 minutes after we built it, it was ranking #1 in Google, and it's still there. And we have sites that are, I know somebody was asking about, do they stick? Yes, absolutely they stick. Jason we showed you a site that's over 3 months old, Fractal Law. We can actually cover that again. Okay, site, Fractal Law. This is one of Jason. Jason is the developer of SERPtech. This is one of his sites, 14,000 indexed URLs, guys, on a site that's over 3 months old, sticking and doing better than ever. Okay, so they stick. We're flying under the radar, guys, of Google. I know people want to compare us to a mass page builder, but we're not really a mass page builder, guys. We use a different methodology. Jason's figured something out here that uses a different methodology that you don't need to build 50,000 page sites. You guys remember, this site was 93 posts, but we're ranking for over 500 keywords. You know what I mean? So we just use a different methodology that works. And it's been working for Jason for quite a long time, 2 years now, I think.
Herc, one thing we haven't really gone over, it might be worth mentioning as well, is the difference between the $47 a month and the $97 a month packages, not just concerning the assets, but also the Overlay Plus and the white label.
Okay, so we don't really announce it, guys, but there is a kind of a surprise. I forgot to show that. There is a kind of a surprise bonus for anyone that's buying the 97 5,000 rentable assets. You're going to get 2 extra surprise bonuses, and those are something called White Label Plus, which I'll let Steven explain to you in more technical sorry, not White Label Plus, Overlay Plus. Okay, and I'll let Steven explain that to you, and then a white label module. Now, what the white label module will allow you to do, guys, is turn your local supremacy back office into something that looks and feels and operates as if it were owned by your actual business. Change all the emails that go out to your clients to your email. Change the logo from local supremacy to your own business logo, so that when your clients are renting out the sites from you, they're not seeing local supremacy, they're actually seeing all your business information. It makes you look like you own and control and run the software. Just makes you look like a pro. Overlay Plus is another bonus, then I'm going to let Steven explain that one.
Yeah, just one more. With the white label, you can also use your own URL. So instead of, like right now, what Herc is showing you, Herculeson.localsupremacy.com, you can be like randsystem.yourwebsite.com. So that's all included, and it's available under profile settings when you click the right top there. Right. To the right, Herc. The right top. Yeah, there.
Sorry, I'm muted here. What am I looking for? I was answering a question.
Oh, okay. Right top, just go to your profile settings.
Ooh, that's got my API keys and stuff in it.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's parts I can't show, guys, because this is actually an account that I use, so my API keys are in there, and if I show it on the webinar, people steal them.
Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that. Okay, no worries. But yeah, so the difference between overlay and overlay plus is a little bit technical, but some of you SEOers out there, they like to get a little bit more technical. And there are a bunch of SEOs we've talked to in the very beginning of our software. It's like, yeah, well, the overlay is all great, and we know you have this protection system, but I'm very paranoid, and Google really doesn't like the overlays, especially because they have iframes. And then I go, well, we have already protected that because Google can't see that because the whole system just gets shut down as soon as the Google bot comes along. But they were no, like we really want like the iframe thing using the overlays is not something we want. So what I went out and did is created Overlay Plus, which basically acts like a temporary proxy, which fetches the website you're overlaying and then pulls it over to our server on our CDN servers actually, and then displays the website overlay directly from our servers, which makes it super fast. However, there's one small downside if you use the Overlay Plus. If there's a website you're trying to overlay which is very JavaScript heavy, it might cause some issues, and that's why we have both options, Overlay and Overlay Plus. The Overlay Plus is just not using any iframe technology. It's just even more invisible than it's already is with the normal overlay, and it's also helps you with the loading speed of the overlay a little bit extra as well. Oh, damn, there's a lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions, guys. So one thing I'll say right now, guys, is if you're asking a question and not getting an answer, don't get upset at us. We are trying to answer everything, but there's a ton of questions coming through here, so we're trying to answer everything. Let me throw up that link again because I know somebody's asking for it. Rank 100 is the coupon. Rank 100.
Somebody's saying that it's expired, not valid anymore. Todd, how far are we on the count? Did we reach 25 already?
Hey, hold on. Let me check real quick. I'll be right back.
Remember, guys, that Rank 100 coupon was for first 25 hours. If it's expiring right now, then it might be we might have sold it out right on the webinar. Todd will be right back. If you want to rank a site for your own affiliates, do you need both softwares? Sol, we're selling this as a package. You get both softwares. We're not selling them individually.
Stuart, you just apply for the group, and then we'll allow you in after you've joined the offer. He's asking for the Facebook group for everybody.
Hey, yeah, guys, it's gone now. Is there anybody else on here that's still trying to get in that can't? Yeah, I know that some people were having some issues earlier. Yeah. Okay, listen. See, what time is it? It's 3:20. Okay, we've actually flown through this pretty fast. We've only been on for about an hour and 10 minutes actually doing this. So we'll probably go for about another 20 minutes. So I guess what I'll do, I'll open this up for another 25 people just so those that have submitted support desk issues, I'm about to go there and take a look around. And also for those that you're still trying to buy right now, yeah, I see a lot of can'ts trying. Rank 100 is active again now, so maybe restart your browser or something like that. Try a couple of other things.
Yeah, 25 more, Todd, sorry?
Yeah, 25 more. Just because I haven't even looked at the support desk yet, so I don't even know. I know a lot of people said they were going there, but I have to go look.
Oh, you guys want the link in the chat box. Did someone drop the link in the chat box yet?
I did.
Okay.
Few times, yeah.
Okay. Where is the Dale? I will send you the link privately. Okay, there you go, bud. Can I rank themes from ThemeForest or Envato, Simon? Yeah, you can use other themes. I do want to say that you guys, I'm sure you've seen that certain themes don't play well with certain plugins and certain hosts, and there's kind of like this there's like 3 or 4 elements of a website, okay, that can cause shit to mess up. There's plugins, there's themes, there's server environment, okay, and they all sometimes don't play so well together. So, but I'm not saying you can't. There's just millions of themes, okay, so just try one and you'll know very, very quickly if it's going to be a good theme for you or not. But yes, feel free to use other themes. I guess what I'm getting at is if you choose a theme that doesn't work, it's not the plugin's fault. It's probably more likely the theme. And since there's only one plugin but millions of themes, don't choose a new plugin. Choose a new theme.
Can you touch on the bonus option, please?
On the 3 bonuses?
Yeah,
Please.
Brian is asking.
What's the actual question? Can you read me the question? Just like.
He's asking to discuss the bonus options, so I think he just wants to kind of know what the 3 options are.
Where is the sales? So guys, once again, when you're purchasing as a bonus, you get one of 3 bonuses, okay? They will be delivered automatically into your local Supremacy account in the bonuses area of local Supremacy, not SERPtech. Okay, number 1 is 8-week rank and rent trading that Todd and I did. It's recordings of us taking a site all the way from, you know, the inception of the idea of what niche we're going to go after, all the way to building it, ranking it, using PBNs to get it really to boost up to the top, using Project Supremacy to build schema for it so that we could get star ratings. We're ranking above the maps. A lot of people say that you can't do that, and it's not true at all. So that keyword is the main keyword. It's so crazy to think we used to just go after like 1 to 5 keywords. Okay, right here, guys, this is the site that it's based on. It's an A to Z over-the-shoulder guide of how we were able to rank above the maps with 5 stars and then also rank number 2 beneath the maps for that site. Covers everything A to Z in SEO. It's a great bonus for you if you're not a great SEO or if you're not, you know, really comfortable with SEO elements. It'll just give you a really good SEO course. Bonus number 2, if you choose that, is 150 Keyword Supremacy credits. Keyword Supremacy is a keyword research tool that Todd and I developed to help you do keyword research. It's a very unique tool in that it's credit based, so you know, you only have to spend money as you're using it, not like other tools where they charge you 30 or 50 bucks a month every month, whether you use it or not. Ours is credit based. You only pay for what you actually use. It also does local keyword research. No other keyword tool does that. So for instance, you can go in and type in like plumbers and say, show me all the cities in California, you know, with the word plumber in it, and it'll list out all the cities and the keyword metrics and everything for that. So the local side of it's actually really, really good. And then finally, the third bonus, if you'd like it, is a 5-site license of Project Supremacy plugin, which is the SEO plugin that I used on the build. It's not necessary to use Project Supremacy. You can use Yoast, you can use All-in-One, you can use Platinum, you can use whatever SEO plugin you want. I just use my own products because we develop products and we use them because they're good and we know they're good. That's what I use. So that's a great plugin. It'll help you do the schema. That's one of the biggest benefits of Project Supremacy is it's an easy schema generator for all your sites so that you can get those star ratings. Schema also actually gives you guys a really nice boost in rankings as well, so it's kind of twofold. Awesome. Thanks, David. We don't actually have an affiliate program. Everything is done privately, but I appreciate your offer. Oh, the other thing, guys, speaking of that, one of the reasons we don't have an affiliate program is we are not going to oversell this plugin. We are selling it in private events right now, but we're only going to sell. We're only ever going to have 1,000 active members at one time. We'll never allow it to go over that. It'll just prevent too much competition. It'll prevent too much of our methods getting leaked out to other SEOs. It'll just help us control everything and keep everything well supported, well developed, all of that. So we're not going to sell more than 1,000 memberships to this. So it is a limited offer as well. Okay, so if you don't get it today and you say I'm going to wait for 3 months, we might have hit our cap, and then you'll have to wait until enough people like go away, and then you can come back in. So it is a limited cap as well for the amount of members that we're going to let in, just because it just works too damn good to let everybody do it. Whew, that was a lot of questions.
Guys, the coupon code is on the second page. Once you get to the first order page where it says the price, enter your email address. You enter your email address and then you hit continue. After you hit continue, you'll see the little word have coupon just above the purchase now button, and make sure you enter it. Okay, Herc's going to demo that right now. Yeah, Dale, if it's just spinning and won't finish loading, just yeah, you're in the queue, so please just give it a minute. There's a lot of people trying to hit it. Right there is the have coupon link. After you select the first one, you type in the rank 100 right there. Type in rank 100. Now you hit apply. You see where the little apply button popped up? I know that's not the best user interface for applying a coupon, but it's the way Zaxa works. So a little bit hidden, but that's how it works.
Stuart, yesterday you used curated content. You do not need to use unique content for your sites. No, you don't have to. You can. I mean, we always have the options, guys. I mean, we know people like options. We do right now, guys, the way, and remember, I said this on webinar 1, some people are going to struggle with why we're able to get these good of results when we're doing things that have been, going against the grain of what most SEOs are teaching that you can or cannot do to get results in Google. Some people struggle with that. I have to do this. I can't use dude content. I can't do it this way. I can't. I can't. I've been told it doesn't work, or I've experienced that it doesn't work. What we have works, and we can prove it, and we have proven it time and time and time and time again. The members are loving it that are in there. They're proving it. The only thing you have to do is kind of give in to what we teach. Okay, we have in the members area, we have an over-the-shoulder build where I actually take you over the shoulder in high detail how to do the keyword research, how to set up the blog on hosting, all that stuff, like absolute high detail. I think it was a 2-hour build where I just sat in front of my computer and spoke into the mic and taught you guys how to build. If you follow that build, okay, if you follow it, it's called the OTS, over the shoulder, you're gonna have success. Okay, that's where all of our members are having the greatest success. They're learning the very, very basics. They're letting go of all their preconceived notions of what SEO is or what it should be. They're following that build. They're getting results. Once they're comfortable with the software, then you can start getting creative and trying new things. I see people asking, can you use this on existing websites? There's a couple of caveats to that. If you have an existing website that you really, you're doing good with it, or it looks good or whatever, what I would suggest you do is create a subdomain and install SERPtech on the subdomain and run the traffic from the subdomain to the main domain. So yes, you can use it on an existing site, okay, but I would do it more in that regard for sites that matter. If you don't give a shit about your site, then go ahead and just go and build a new site. Okay, remember, it is WordPress, so it's not going to delete pages that you have there unless you want it to. It'll just add all the new stuff. What other questions are we here? Charles, again, an asset is anything you'd like it to be. One URL, 10 URLs, one site, 10 sites. One site, one YouTube video, and 10 URLs on another site. An asset is just a shopping cart, okay? And you can put whatever you want in the shopping cart. And then the person that's buying whatever is in the shopping cart is your client. They're buying that asset. It can be whatever you like.
Hey, Herc, here's the good one. Some of the training, people are asking about what kind of training is involved, or what kind of training do we have for SERPtech. So go ahead and get into the SERPtech members area, and we'll show you a couple of 2 areas that we have for the training on SERPtech, and then we'll talk about local supremacy training too, which is ginormous. But right here, once you get logged in, you'll see up there at the top the SERPtech training, the little hat, graduation hat there. And then this one here has about 5 to 10 minute videos that kind of show you how to start, getting prepared to do your build. Those aren't very long at all. The OTS build, OTS stands for over the shoulder, and that's about an hour-long training that Herc did step by step, all the way from initial keyword research all the way to pressing builds. So that's a great tutorial right there. We're going to be adding some more builds that we've done. For instance, the one that we did yesterday I thought was really phenomenal. We spent about 30 minutes on it and achieved hundreds, 400 or 500 page one rankings. So that one I think we're going to cut up and also put in here as well, so you can review that, because I thought it was a phenomenal training. There's also our weekly training webinars. Kirk, if you don't mind hovering over the monitor up there at the top. So the monitor up there at the top is replays of our weekly training webinars. And oh, by the way, for those of you that are in, we are having our weekly training webinar tomorrow. So make sure that you get on that training. Go to webinar series. We'll show you where that is as well. Right there where it says register here. You want to make sure you go there and sign up for all of these trainings, all of the replays we've done. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hour to 2 hour long training webinars where we answer a lot of questions, we go over some new features, and all of those things. So there's an immense amount of training inside of this system, so that will certainly help you get up to speed on the certain techniques that you need to use and how to make that happen. We also have a big SERPtech group. And so you can come in here, and there's a lot of active users in here. They're all helping each other, get their sites built. Some people have a few problems here and there, and the community is really involved in helping each other out. And the community is really good at figuring out new and better ways that we had not even thought of yet. So it's a really great place to learn what's working, to see a lot of testimonials and rankings reports. I mean, there were a couple today that I saw where a couple of guys had just gotten in a few days ago and they struggled with their first build, but then they got it, and then they're like, woohoo! All my keywords are on page one. So a lot of really great people in there that are there to help you out as well.
Also, the training in the local supremacy area, right here, guys. Okay, all these videos are for training, and don't get overwhelmed because there's a lot of videos. You can look up the things you need to look up is the point. Okay, all the training that you need is there. But I guarantee you this: if you come in and you watch all these short little videos, you're going to be a badass right away. Some people just don't want to read the manual when they build their sweetest furniture, and then it just doesn't work very well for some reason.
Yeah, most of the videos in training are about like 6 to 7 minutes. And just also for you guys, if you're wondering, every now and then you're going to see the name SERPtech. That's the old name. That was the name before Todd and Herc and me we partnered up on this software. So that's just for your information. And Herc, if you can, just go to manage SERP assets or something. So it's basically everywhere you go in the software, you're going to see like a little help button in the right and top corner there. And if you click that particular button, it only shows the help videos from the library that are relevant to where you are at the moment in the software. So that's really helpful just to get the videos where if you're having trouble with your assets, just hit that button and you watch the videos you see in that particular screen.
All right, let me load this link up. Any more questions, guys? Did anybody not get a question answered? See, you guys are doing a killer job of answering almost damn everybody. How can you rank in Spanish? It's the same thing. You would just build in Spanish. You would use Spanish keywords. You would use probably Spanish or locations, and then you would use that content in that same language, and that applies for any language. You just build in the language that you want to rank in.
Yeah, guys, the opportunity in different languages here is huge. English is just a small language.
Yeah. Take it from the foreign guy. There's a lot. Simon, that's a great question. He's saying, should you use Rank Cipher for every build? Here's the thing, guys. We really, really want to stress this, okay? You're not going to rank for, Boob Doctor Los Angeles in 24 hours. You're just not. That's a highly, highly competitive keyword. What you are going to rank for, though, is a bunch of the other side keywords in a whole bunch of the suburbs around Los Angeles, okay? Out of the gate, you're going to be like what we did with the Edmonton photography site, okay? You're going to rank all over everywhere, but the epicenter is like page 3, page 4, page 5, as per usual, okay? It's a better option than just trying to go rank for that keyword alone, is build the whole site, build the relevancy of the site, then use tools like Rank Cipher or go build some PBN links and push those keywords up. You're off on the right foot already. Google loves your blog. They index the shit out of it. You're already ranking in all the areas surrounding the harder, higher traffic ones that are like baller. Do a bit of SEO, okay? I know we're showing you guys crazy results, but it's insane to think that anybody in the world, even the best SEO in the world, can rank overnight in 24 hours for Los Angeles Boob Doctor or New York weight loss or those really killer keywords that everybody wants, okay? I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm saying it will take a little bit of SEO on the back end to rank for the harder stuff, but you're off on the right foot with SERPtech. You're off in 24 hours. Let me ask you this. When is the last time you ranked for 500 and some keywords in 24 hours in one niche in a city? That site in 24 hours is already a sellable asset, okay? And that's the difference between what we can do and what the traditional levels of SEO can do. In 24 hours, you have a sellable asset that a client would look at and salivate over. It's so impressive. This hasn't been done on this scale, guys, in so long. Okay, that's what makes SERPtech so special. And local supremacy, the reason that we're selling them together, local supremacy is the tool that's going to help you to sell the thing that you built with SERPtech. That's why we sell them together. They're like yin and yang. They perfectly complement each other.
Yeah, and I also want to point out another thing, guys, is just think about it for a second. If you built the site and it ranks, like we've proved over and over and over again, what does that tell you that Google thinks about the way your site's set up? That means they must
love it, Todd.
That's right. It means they freaking love it. It means they freaking love your content. They love your silo structure. They love your internal linking.
Your images, your alt tags.
Images, everything. They absolutely ranking your freaking tag pages. How long has it been since you've seen tag pages rank? I haven't seen that in 10 years. And so, and how many of you guys ever built a site out there and you targeted, Boob Job Los Angeles, and then you were on, weren't even indexed or even in the top 1,000 because that's so competitive. I mean, you don't even really know sometimes. Well, did you screw your site up? Did you mess up your internal linking? Did you mess up your silo? Is your content not good enough? I mean, what is wrong with the site? Why doesn't Google like it? Sometimes you just don't know, and you can beat your head against the wall and take all the time in the world to figure out, what exactly is going on. Whereas when you build a site with SERPtech, you're pretty assured, as long as you build it right, as long as you get your URL structure right, long as you follow the training and don't deviate from it. After you've had success with watching the examples that Herc puts out, after you've had success doing that, then I think you're more than welcome to experiment and try your own things, because truly SERPtech is moldable in any way that you see fit. And I'm sure that some of you out there are going to find better ways of doing things than we can, and that's great. We'd love to hear about that as well, and so do our users. But the point is that Google automatically loves these sites. It is so obvious. And now, if you did a what do we say, boob job site, I forgot what the official term for that is. I think I heard that a minute ago. But anyway, anything in a really competitive niche, and you're ranking for some lower populated cities, where obviously the traffic's going to be lower because it's a lower population. So what do? you find the URL of the most popular cities, the URL structure, and you target that inner page with some off-page SEO. Everybody knows when you need backlinks to rank in the most competitive markets. That's not going away. You know, that's called blog networks. That's something that I invented back in 2003, doing blog networks. I'm the one that published the first how to build a private blog network. So as a matter of fact, if you sign up and join up and you get the rank and rent training, you're also going to get access to my course, Blog Network Blueprint, where if you've never built a PBN before, you should consider doing it, especially if you want to rank for competitive terms, the really competitive terms. There's no way around it. You must have those kind of links. But I know I'm rambling now, but I just want to really drive that point home, is that I see a few skeptics in the group that are going on and on and on about this and that. But the point is that if you've built a site, those of you that are going on and on, let me know if you've built a site and had 4 page 1 rankings in one day for cities, not for some intelligible word. There's not a lot of you that have. So Google loves these sites, and now it's just a matter of targeting the most trafficked, the most competitive terms in there to get the most traffic out of them. So
okay, you know what? I want to. Skeptics are skeptics. I get it. Everybody should be a little bit skeptical. One thing I want to tell you guys. Okay, do we know what we're talking about, or are we just full of shit salespeople that are slick-tongued? Okay. I can rank hard shit, guys. I have ranked hard shit, okay? Look at, who knows what Bitcoin is, okay? Give me a 1 if you know what Bitcoin is. Let me see all these 1s. Give me a 2 if you have no idea what the hell that is, okay? Now, there's a bunch of 1s, no 2s yet. If you know what Bitcoin is, guys, you know how much it's affecting the industry right now and how much news is hitting. It's a hugely competitive term. People are making fortunes with it. Its price has skyrocketed to like $1,500. Okay, Bitcoin investing, guys, is a keyword that I'm ranking for. You can see 10,700,000 results. I'm ranking right here, how to make money with Bitcoin. Okay, you can change that to how to invest in Bitcoin. You can change it to invest Bitcoin. The point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is I know how to rank for high traffic, hard competition keywords. I'm an SEO. I know how to do it. I'm not the best SEO in the world, but I'm damn good at my fundamentals. Okay, I do know that. You're getting access to me. Todd has been around in SEO longer than anybody, okay? Like he said, he was one of the very, very first people to start doing PBNs. He taught like PBNs before PBNs were PBNs. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Greg Morrison, who's right now supposedly one of the best SEOs out in the world. He credits Todd, okay, for building PBNs. You have access to me. You have access to Todd. You have access to Jason. Jason built SERPtech. Jason figured out Google and said, okay, I built a software that builds these sites and ranks these sites so fast, okay? You guys, we're not slick salesmen. We're SEOs, and we're developers, so we can develop amazing software products based on expert level SEO knowledge, okay? That's why we're putting out these tools like this. We know what we're doing, and we're not quitting, right? Yeah, slick developers. And the point I'm just trying to make is, like, you guys, that are out there saying, yeah, but what about this and what about that? It's like, trust me, we know about that. We know about de-indexations. We know about sandboxing. We know about, PBN and rank brain and all this SEO shit. This is our combined knowledge of SEO has got to be like something like 60, 70 years, right? Yeah, we're the real deal. Thank you, John. And I've shared so many results, guys, of sites that I've ranked like this. And this site actually makes me about, I think it's about like $100 or $200 a month in Bitcoin, actually. And I don't even really work on it. And I should. Well, actually, I have a bunch of Bitcoin sites, but I have to overlay this site onto them. But that's the point, guys.
And this is one of those sites that done the traditional way. It takes a while. Mm-hmm. I mean, Herc has a couple years, I think, in that site. So the traditional SEO is valid, but being able to build a site that Google loves and then apply your SEO skills to it, there's just nothing out there like it.
I can guarantee you this, guys. I can guarantee you there's two paths here. Okay, if you're standing at a fork in the road, one is I'm going to use SERPtech and do SEO to my SERPtech site. The other one is I'm just going to build a site and do my SEO to the site. Okay, let's say those those two paths have the exact same SEO strategies applied to them, you're going to get a hell of a lot more results and a hell of a lot more traffic on the SERPtech build than you will on the traditional build, because you can target so much shit so much faster. You'll get the same big keywords ranking on both sites, and it'll take the same amount of time. Actually, it might take less with SERPtech because you just have so much more relevancy already built in. But the point is, start off out of the gate like a rocket. You know what I mean? Just like be a rocket ship. And there's members in SERPtech that are selling these sites to clients. Like, the bottom line for everyone isn't rankings. The bottom line for everyone isn't traffic. The bottom line for everyone is money. Can you sell this? Can you go out into the world and say, look, I have a product, I get a result with it, can you sell it? It's the dollar in your hand. And these are sellable assets within 24 hours, guys. And we have the member proof to show that, okay? Traffic and rankings are kind of, they're other. First you get the rank, then you get the traffic, then you get the money. These things are sellable right away. You slick son of bitches. How essential are backlinks since the recent updates? Backlinks have worked for a long damn time. It's never going to go away. How essential are they is kind of like a question like how long is a piece of rope? It depends on the keyword that you're targeting. It depends on the market that you're in. It even depends on the type of backlink that you're using. All those things are moving variables and have to be weighed. And I'll tell you this though, if you're going after hard shit, okay, and you can almost measure it by traffic volume. If you're going after keyword that and Google's new 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000. If you're over 1,000, if you're in the $1,000 to $10,000 range, you're going to need some backlinks. Okay, because Google understands that that's a high traffic keyword. It's going to serve up. It's got a lot of competition. It's got a lot of SEOs going after it. You're going to need backlinks. Stuff for like 1,000, 100 to 1,000 searches a month. Less backlinks. Maybe if you're a really good at SEO and you're doing things like social really well and schema really well, you might rank page 1 or number 1 without that. But it's like I say, it's all really, really relative. Sites that are already built. Actually, I think you were the one that asked this question, and I answered it because of you. Can SERPtech work on sites that are already built? It depends on what the site is. If you have a really nice site, okay, like my Bitcoin site, for example, it's a site, it's already ranking for a bunch of stuff, its pages are all good. Would I take SERPtech and throw it on there and build a bunch of pages? Not on the actual site, but I could create a subdomain of that same site and build a bunch of pages over there and push that traffic back over to the main domain. That's how I would build on a site that I care about. If I didn't care about the site or it wasn't working, or basically if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, throw SERPtech on it and fix it that way. When are they negative? What? Oh, when are backlinks negative? Is that what he means? Backlinks are negative when you overdo your anchor text or when you have a shitty site. There's a lot of, I think you're going to have to get into the members training and come on the coaching tomorrow and we'll answer more questions like that. Like, I'll give it a little bit of knowledge, but backlinks, honestly, and PBNs is a huge, huge topic. There's so much knowledge involved in learning how to properly backlink and build a PBN and stuff like that. And if you want to learn a lot about that, get that first, that 8-week bonus. That there's a ton of info in there for that.
All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left here. About to start the timer. We've got to cut this off here pretty quick. So any last minute questions? What time is the coaching training webinar tomorrow? I believe it is at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once you get into the SERPtech group, make sure that you register for GoToWebinar training.
See the date here, go to the screen up here. This is for training webinars. Click that link, come into here, go to the date of the next webinar, and the register link is there, and that will show you when the time is in your time zone. You can switch to your time zone.
And we typically hold those weekly unless something comes up.
I got sick last week, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Art was sick last week. So.
I got food poisoning, and I think I finally found out why. I ate a piece of moldy bread without knowing it.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Found the culprit.
All right, any more questions? Seems to be slowing down a little bit. So I think we've done a pretty good job of answering everything. So,
is anybody still trying to buy and having any sort of issues at all? I just want to make sure that if there's someone still out there being like trying to buy.
yeah, and there's still a few more coupons left. We haven't sold out of that next group yet, so
That's a great
problem
question.
there.
Yeah, that's the question I want to cover.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great question. He said, is the overlay only good for the renting to clients, or can I use it to send traffic to my affiliate sites? That's an awesome question. And what you should do in an affiliate scenario, you can go after affiliate keywords, okay? It's going to require a little more thought and understanding of the SERPtech CSV file, the locations. You're going to replace locations with categories of affiliate keywords. But then what you do is you can overlay to a landing page for an affiliate offer. Okay, this is a best practice. Okay, you can send it straight to the affiliate offer if you want, but what we recommend is you build a like a landing page, a pre-sell for the offer that you're selling, collect an email address, build a list, and then send them, once they subscribe, then you send them through your affiliate link over to the affiliate offer. There's a guy that's doing it with Uber codes right now. He's building sites locally for like Uber code in Phoenix and Uber code in all these areas, and he's making affiliate commissions for Uber codes. Chris was one of the testimonials we showed you guys of, he's going after affiliate, and he's actually, this is a smart play. He's going after recurring revenue affiliate products. So things like, you know, hosting or autoresponders. He's going after recurring revenue-based affiliate programs, which is really clever actually, because you know you build a recurring revenue stream up high enough and you're laughing. So great question. Yes, you can use it for affiliate sites. You can use it in a lot of different ways. Think about it like this: overlay whatever the hell you want, right? So SERPtech is a plugin and not a theme. Yes, that's correct. SERPtech is a plugin, a WordPress plugin.
And local supremacy is a so-called SaaS, software as a service, so fully hosted for you guys.
Yeah, so SERPtech you'll install on the sites that you're building, guys, but local supremacy is you have a members, kind of like a members area to go in. There's also a local supremacy plugin, but that just connects your WordPress site to your actual account. You guys should also find some good-looking WordPress themes that goes well with SERPtech so that the final product looks overall good too. Might help a lot when reselling or renting the website. Yeah, you could, Hitesh. You know, the other thing you can do is just like, let me see what you're saying. So you're probably saying like when you're hanging for rent sign, you can, Stephen, can you do, is there a full page for rent sign that we have? Like a full, you know what I mean? Like rather than like a bottom bar or a single like block, but is there any full page for rent sign layovers that we have?
Yeah, well, you can use the sales page templates for that as well and edit them, and just use the URL for your sales page template as an overlay URL. That would work just fine.
Yeah, the point is too, Hitesh, like there's options. You know what I mean? You can make your site look nicer with nicer themes if you want to. I mean, there's no saying you can't do that either. But I mean, I don't know. The less work, the better in my book. I get where you're coming from though, because I'm a pretty anal guy when it comes to design and presentation and stuff like that. I get what you're saying. There is options though. You're a truck driver and you need to get back to driving. How can we get this paid now? Dale, follow this link right here. I'm not sure. Are you having issues or something? rankcipher.co/SERPtech.
I think he's on mobile, and honestly, I've never tried to purchase this through mobile.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. If you asked a prior question, it's obviously gotten buried, so we can't see it. Do you need to purchase domains for each page set up by SERPtech? Well, domains are not free, unfortunately, so yes, every domain you want to build on, you have to own it one way or another. But 88 cents for a domain for an entire year is dirt cheap. Dale, okay, Zach's spinning. I would try backing out and coming back in. Don't close it, but back it up, I think.
It could be that your bandwidth not be consumed by the webinar as well. So you may just once we end this, we're going to end this here in a minute anyway, and then you can still try again.
Anybody that has, Dale, I don't know if you're on a phone or if you're on a computer, but right here, if you have any issues before we get off the webinar that aren't solved, supremacy.freshdesk.com is you're on a laptop. Okay. Yeah, I think Todd's right. It's because you're using up so much bandwidth for watching the webinar possibly that maybe it's screwing up the Zaxa purchase. So I would maybe back out or end the webinar and just take note of that link though if you have an issue, supremacy.freshdesk.com, and you can send us a support ticket. One more thing you guys can also add in the future updates is that all the posts you make get shared on social channels of the websites too. I mean, we take feature suggestions, Hitesh, but I mean, one thing that we don't try not to do is the plugin works. SERPtech works, right? It already works. We don't need to hook it up to social profiles to get rankings. There are other plugins that after you've built and got rankings, you want to increase your rankings that you can add to it. But Jason wants a nice, clean, lightweight plugin that functions very, very well, and he's achieved that, and we try our best to do that. But we'll always take your feature suggestions, of course. So where should you start, local supremacy or SERPtech? I think you should start with SERPtech. Yes, rankings first. Get the rankings, then worry about selling them after they're ranked.
That's the only way you can truly guarantee first page rankings. There's a bunch of SEO agencies that go around and say like, yeah, just give us $1,500 a month and we'll guarantee you page 1 rankings in about 6 months, which is obviously a terrible pitch, and that just doesn't really convert very well. What you can do with local supremacy specifically is that you can actually show them the results and show them like right here it is right in front of your eyes, which makes that pitch incredibly easy, even if you suck at selling. Like, trust me, I'm not a very salesy type of guy. I'm a programmer. I prefer sitting in a dark room behind a few big screens doing my stuff, you know. But we actually have some training in the local supremacy area that kind of explain this pitch and how you can best utilize it, even with a script as well, if you, like me, really suck at stuff like that.
Sorry guys, I'm just supremacy.freshdesk.com. There you go.
Avi Baba saying the coupon is not working. Avi, any specific error, or are we running out of the coupon already? Todd, can you check?
We still have a few left. That should not be a problem.
Okay.
Simon, you haven't gone through the training yet, but you noticed that we use a lot of bros and onlines rather than .coms, .orgs. Yeah, Steven's right. Part of the reason is that it's cheaper, and it's just nice to, you know, spend $1 on a test rather than $12 on a test. But they also work. .pros, I started with like .onlines. I did some .men, I did some .us, and then I kind of slowly settled into .pro, and I almost go for .pros. 2 reasons. Almost everything you search for in .pro is available, number 1. Number 2, they work so badass. And .pro can be taken as .professional, right? So when I name my stuff, like for instance, this domain was eventshoots.pro. I could call it event shoot photographer, or event shoot professional. Just goes really nice with the whole blended theme. Lynn, please submit a support ticket on supremacy.freshdesk.com. What do we think about .marketing?
It's long.
Here's what I think. It is long. I think the best thing to do when you're not sure what to think is to do. And you guys will get that about me later on. People ask a lot of questions, and I think that, I mean, I'm a big proponent. I don't know what the word is here. You do your own testing, guys. There's nothing better in the world you can do for yourself than try it yourself. If you have a question and you ask someone, you get their answer, but you don't get the right answer. You get their answer. I think you need your own answers. So I always push people to test their own things, try their own things, find your own answers to your own questions. Can't just go around in life listening to everyone else, even though you should listen to us. Avi, we're going to need more information, bro, as to why that coupon's not working. We see that you're saying it's not working, but you got to tell us why, man.
The coupon is not for SERPtech only. It's what we like. He's saying I'm
Not even
purchasing
selling
only.
SERPtech.
Yeah, I see his ticket in support desk, guys.
Okay.
Avi, Todd will take care of you. How good performance when competing with other ranked SEO sites? Depends on the other SEO site. If you're going up against, Wikipedia, it's going to be a tough. It depends. You guys just saw that I bumped a whole bunch of other sites out of first place though with EB Shoots. So all those local photographers that were ranking like Sherwood Park and Spruce Grove and shit like that, I don't know what they're doing for SEO, to be honest with you, but it wasn't good enough. They got knocked out for band photography. So I am the #1 Edmonton band photographer website in all of Edmonton. Since you guys say you're is that a 2-part question?
He's referring to that. What do you guys think about dot marketing? That's kind of a.
Oh yeah, and my answer was kind of try it out. Okay, so my advice on that one, I don't know. If you're in a marketing solution, I'm sure it's not going to hurt. I haven't tried a dot marketing, so I honestly can't really say what my experience with it has been.
So personally, I would go for the keywords. Keyword research is a very important step for any SEO ranking. So the keyword supremacy bonus is really kick-ass, in my opinion. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, and I think you have to decide where you're at, so or maybe look at the tool set that you already have. Like, do you have a keyword research tool elsewhere? Okay, fine. Well, maybe you want the rank and rank training, or maybe you want the SEO plugin because you don't have a schema tool. Like, you have to look at what you currently have and choose the best bonus for you. How do I choose the domain name? You know what, Dominic? I'm going to save that for anybody that's in. So if you're in, we'll cover that in training. But the quick answer is I don't think about it too much. Okay. Event Shoots was photographer. I didn't want to use the word photography in my domain. Shoots is kind of another word for photography. And it's a brandable kind of domain. I choose more brandy domains. KS10, where you been, man?
.coms are cool, but .coms are more expensive. The ones we've been using and having great success with are .pro. That 88-cent one's inside of Namecheap. There's, gosh, I don't even know how many there is. I can't remember. There's a lot of variances of TLDs for only 88 cents.
Yeah.
So we've been having good luck with .pro, .online. I would stay away from .info and .xyz. I don't know why, but I've just been hearing bad things about those two, XYZ and .info. So
yeah,
I'd stay away from those two.
I think infos have been a trashy domain for a while.
Long time. We used to, back in the day, those were the only ones that were 99 cents a year. Regfly started that back in, 05, 06, I think. And we used to register them by the thousands. And,
All the old spammers.
Yeah. That was the old mass page building stuff.
Do you remember the .tk domains, the free ones?
No, I never got any of those.
Oh, those were the worst, man. Like, that was the first ever domain that they put out just completely for free. Like, anybody could register them for free. So it took like a month to got taken over by spammers.
Oh, what a disaster.
All right, guys. I think that we're good.
Yeah, I think that's going to have to wrap it up, guys. If you have any questions, you see the support desk link right there on the screen. You see the repay link right there on the screen. All of these URLs are also in your chat box. There's still a couple of coupons left for anybody that's still trying to get in. I'm about to go hit the support desk and help you guys out in there to see what we can do to get you guys settled in. But other than that, I want to really, really, really thank each and every one of you for spending the last couple of days with us. We hope you learned something. Whether you became a customer or not, it doesn't matter. We just really hope that you learned something, maybe about silo structures, maybe about keywords, maybe about domain names, maybe about anything. We just hope you picked up some sort of information that helps you along your way and makes you a better SEO, a better internet marketer, and all of those kinds of things. I want to thank Jason for helping us out in the chit chat, and also live here helping us demo local supremacy to you guys. I also want to thank Jason for being there, mostly in the background. We heard him chime in there a few times, and we were getting astray a little bit. But I saw him absolutely crushing you guys' questions in the chat box. I also want to thank Herc. Herc, another magnificent job on the presentation and on the demo, and all of your valuable knowledge that you dropped on it today. And last but not least, Tom, are you there? I still want to express.
I'm here. Yeah.
Absolutely, thank you for allowing us to invade your peeps here for the last couple of days, and really do appreciate it, man.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I think there's a lot of value here, and I really enjoyed it. And really, I should be thanking you. You know.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we certainly enjoyed it, hope, and had a good time. And we will package up all these links and stuff and get you over some more information so that you can mail this stuff out for those of you that want to rewatch this and try to gain some more knowledge of some of the things that we were talking about. And so we'll be doing that for you real soon here, Tom. All right, with that being said, my name is Todd, and we'll catch all you guys later. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.